I ate dinner, so we can play for a long time. Inspect the window again.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
Oh, she left the thread because of the... I get it now. But look, when we were looking at the possible places where someone could shoot from, I inspected this one. This one, I went there, and I didn't get the option to inspect. So I guess it was bugged. It was like not showing me the option. An island, like you can't get there. At least I don't think you can, so... That was out of the question. But okay, she left a red thread for us, so let's see what's that about.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn, taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
Where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime. The island in the bay.
So the place where we couldn't go, so I'm assuming this, we unlocked the island now. That's what I thought, that we're gonna be still going there after like a breakthrough in the story. It was just out of reach. Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
There are ruins on that islet. A sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
He looks out the window and onto the bay. How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
Hmm.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
Hmm. Well, this is her way of saying she's sorry, I guess. But if someone lied to you so many times, can you trust them?
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
This is also a location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
Maybe we need to go to that island.
The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water.
I'm going to the island, are you in?
Of course, of course. I'm in.
He takes a second to gather himself, then says,
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone.
maybe someone in the fishing village can help. The clump of houses on the coast.
Maybe. There were boats there. We should ask around. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, breakthrough.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world
Minus
isn't
one
ready for a
logic.
rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day, In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Oh, it really sucks having -1 logic. Price of self-delusion. But that's, I mean, that's a lot of skills the couple got raised off, but I really don't like having the debuffs. But at this point, it's kinda seems, I don't know, like to learn any of those and see if they are worth. We have to still remove one. So I could be removing this and trying out others. Or I could just putting points in skills from now on. And we are still learning the Jamrock Shuffle. Okay, let's
A
go
red
down.
thread runs through.
Bum, bum, bum. So I'm assuming it's gonna be the lady in the fishing village we talked to. She's gonna be the one helping us get to the island, and that's probably the last place in the game. Oof. Look at this, there's only 3 of them now. I don't know if I want to talk to them. Well, let's see what they have to say. They're gonna be mad. Seeing you approach the...
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his spear in welcome.
Oh, maybe they're... I mean, they were all gonna be slaughtered, so I mean, we saved some of them.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
Okay, I thought they're gonna be mad, but I guess they're thankful that we helped. It was a shit show, but I mean... I would be really surprised if you can get out of that situation from yesterday without anyone dying.
That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with unmistakable respect.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
He extends his hand.
His hand is covered in bruises and half plastered. Still, this hulking lump of man is glad to be alive. This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Shake his head. No need to thank me. Just doing my job.
Well, cheers anyway, Copper.
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed.
It's strange. He had a gun too, Theo, the old guy. He was the one with a pistol in his pants. So it was a really odd situation that none of them like shot. They just charged someone. I don't even understand fully. Like when I woke up, they said that they charged one of them and got like shot before they tackled someone. But I shot one person, Kim shot the second person, and then the woman came behind Kim. I warned him, and he shot her. So I really don't fully understand. Maybe it's I don't think that's a plot hole. I think I maybe don't understand what happened there. But I guess the game said that they charged someone and most of them got shot before they tackled them. Maybe before, yeah, I guess it makes sense if the guy that I shot in the cheek before he bled out, he like started shooting. Something like that.
But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer. An honest tactic, and effective.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
Hold on, where's the Shanky fella?
Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd run. But no, he stayed. Stupid, brave fella.
We are born into this world to die, it seems. Maybe there is redemption in that. At least it ends one day.
Man, getting shot has really squeezed all the funk out of you. Mark my words. One day we'll look back at this day and remember their courage, not their deaths.
Right. But today ain't that day yet, is it?
What's going to happen to Hardy Boys?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing Winters, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
Do you know what happened to Classy?
Don't know? Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
He did.
Okay, got it.
He nods and takes another sip of whiskey.
An idea what I should do now.
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest bird of milkers in all Rebacho.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
Nice.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
So long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Jamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
Interesting. Wasn't really expecting it to turn out like that. I guess, I mean, I have no idea how many options there is. From me reloading right in the beginning of that encounter yesterday and trying it again. What is this?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil.
It's like a memorial or something. We only know that the lawyer lady can get shot because that's what happened when I picked the wrong line and I just reloaded and dealt. with everything in one go without saves coming more. But I am curious how many outcomes there is, and I really don't know if there is. I don't think there is a way to get out of this without anyone dying. Like those crazy military people, they wanted to shoot someone, so it's always gonna be a bloodshed. I guess there's multiple people that died, but I mean, I cared the most about me and Kim, and we saved some of them, so it's a win in my book, I think.
This was Cindy the Skull.
And they like us too. Cindy the Skull, oh yeah, we know her. Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
I mean, that kind of seems badass, but I mean... First of all, we would have to buy smokes. And smoke it, that's minus morale. And I didn't smoke a single time in the entire game. So that's already I mean, it seems kinda badass though. Unless the car explodes or something like that. That would be bad. We have a lot of cash too. Look, the workers are gone. Oh yeah, we have bottles to sell
colourful
too.
display of cigarettes and
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Cigarettes. Sure.
Here you go, mister.
Sell bottles.
the tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the... Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo?
Let's see. I mean, after all of that... We're not gonna be touching as him and alcohol. It sucks, we're gonna lose 1 HP though. That sucks. Like, morale is okay, but my HP is kinda in shambles.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute. Ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Pull one out of the package. I hope, I mean, I quick saved, so let's see if we can put that on fire right away.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
People are watching. Huh? Light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, sure.
It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Light it up.
I mean, it's kind of against what we've been doing the entire game. But it's like, I feel like it's good for RP, you know, after all we went through, smoking that cigarette and putting this on fire. Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head,
Fuck, he dropped
body,
it though.
and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
I guess so. Would I fit into the art world, I mean?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday and critique architecture.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only
Actual
your duty
art
to
degree.
only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Okay, what sucks is I think we have to smoke another one to burn this, because I just burned it without interacting with that. Let's see.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the... This was Cindy the Skull.
Step back, Lieutenant. Set the graffito on fire with a lit cigarette. Let's see if I'm gonna lose HP from that.
The fuel oil catches fire
Okay, we didn't.
immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
Disco Elysium.
The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters. The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
Cool. Cool. Actual art degree. Go to the island. When you get a chance, call your station to find out more, if you dare. Oh yeah, we have multiple things we can call for. Let's do that before we go anywhere. Now let's take out cigarettes out of my hand. I could run around with the pistol. I don't even know if we have ammo for it. I had one bullet I found and I used it. Got my bug in hand again.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
Okay, radio.
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
We've been attacked. I can... Huh? Why would I... call it in now? 41st station. Couldn't I... I had more options though. Okay, let's try this. We've been attacked. I repeat, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi and...
Something is wrong. Only static hisses through the speaker.
Hello?
No reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Crenel. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely.
Isn't that dangerous?
No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope.
He glances over his shoulder.
I don't like it either, but that's the way it is.
I level up.
The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now.
He flicks off the radio silence.
You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribunal. And remember, they are listening in.
We just leveled up and see... This is still leveling. I could remove this. I really don't like that logic is -1. I think I'm gonna do that actually. Remove the superstar and... What could we get? Art degree. Wumpty Dumpty. Anti-object. Guillemelle Million. Jamrock Shuffle is leveling up still. It's -1 logic too. I mean, I don't know if those stay the same, you know? They usually change into something else. I could go for the art degree. The art cup. Let's forget this one. Yeah, I guess let's try the art cup. We'll see. It's kind of a waste if you get something bad again and then you have to unlearn again. But I mean... I kinda want to get more... I want to get more... cups raised, but look at this, we can like level up Volition twice to 9. There is a lot of stuff I can level up now. At this point, next level ups I should be putting points in this again.
They're shutting you up, silencing you. Don't fucking drop your guard. Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay, pick up radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to 41st.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I'm happy to report I found my badge.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer?
Jules, I've heard that some people think of me as a La Puta Madre's peon. Do you think I'm corrupted?
10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir.
Finale says reluctantly. Some talk? What does it even mean? There has been some talk. Do they think I'm corrupt or not?
I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Okay. I got some XP from that. Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over.
Over and out. I don't know if we got locked out of some of those things where with the ravers and nightclub. Oh, let's see if we can talk to Kuno about the pens. I mean, I have some cash. Maybe we can convince them. Maybe he's gonna think we are badass now after shooting people, stuff like that.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
Just saying that.
People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
Feels good for some reason.
42. Shot the body down. Oh, still the same.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth.
I kinda want to see if those pens are even worth. Let's save scam this, because I don't think I'm gonna be doing lots of stuff in those parts of town anymore. If we go to that island, this might be over. I just want to see if those pens are worth or not.
Everyone says you started people. Just don't Kuno.
Feels good for some reason. What's going on? Is
Okay. Let's try like 2 more times. If we don't get it, we don't get it.
Everyone said people. Just don't Kuno doesn't.
feels good for some reason. It's not Kuno.
There we go.
It's Kuno S.
Act on it. Try and separate them. Kuno, psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He whispers back.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Phew, I'm glad she's out of our hair. She's fucked up.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no guarantees here.
Control you. You might dislike it though. I don't know. What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
He hunches down again.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
You serious about this killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488.
488. The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from
Creature.
over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear.
You think it's possible she killed other children?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
You think she had anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
How are you dealing with all of this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup, I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
The boy looks you in the eye. Black Pupil is trying to focus.
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
I can respect that.
Alright, now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
His stairs starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno
15.
sees you're in need.
Hell yeah, I'm buying those pants. They seem good.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies.
Kuno unzips his jacket again and pulls the pants out with the plastic wrapping.
Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt?
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
Okay, I don't care about the drugs. Came
Watch
off.
out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, those pants are really nice. A good stat upgrade. Hell yeah. Worth. Big time worth. Wait. Okay, it's still the same, even that I got shot in the chest. I guess we are going to that island, huh? Oh, this other guy's left. Wait. His friend left?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Oh, is he dead?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
Was he killed during the mercenary tribunal?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to get out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts. But right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Old people die, you better get ready to. Oh, Jesus. I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Tell me what you know about the dead man?
Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
Teacup? Oh, because of the ceramic armor. Clever.
Okay, bye. We had more stuff on the radio, but we were not able to ask. That's kind of weird. I was supposed to call the library and stuff like that. Maybe I got locked out of that. I don't know. I could run to that church. But I don't know if they moved into the church. I don't think so. I think I got locked out of those options. We can just follow the main thing here to that island. She's gonna be the one for sure.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys, two dead, one in hospital.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
I'm not a killer, I'm a cop.
Hi. I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes.
I have a question for you.
Of course.
We
Can I
need to
help
get
you with something?
we need to get to the island. Point to it.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tide just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
What's on the island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay, that seems like it's gonna be a place to explore rather than talk to people. You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there.
Hmm.
Him and his drinking buddies.
That's
Always
where they
seemed like a bad
drowned.
place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
Twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Okay. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I want a rock? Nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she
Thank you.
smiles at you.
We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
Please no debuffs.
In a way, yes.
Find better loot in
they
locked
are treasure
containers.
Most officers from Precinct
That's
41
okay.
do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Cool, I guess. At least there is no negative stuff about this perk. There's still one more going. Okay, so we have a boat. He said it's okay.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
And that iron.
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to that bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
What then?
There are lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Fire guy?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island.
No, Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out? Probably not to bring attention to the island?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
Hmm. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
You mentioned something about the lights.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light.
Yes.
Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Whoa.
Don't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him, the boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Your father did not kill himself.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Okay, is that all?
There's
Boy says, rubbing his eyes, it's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
I don't think I have any bullets in this gun. And it's kinda crazy we still don't have my own gun. I don't know if I missed out on that or is it just not something you can get.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Maybe you can only get it helping the Union guy. Maybe he actually has it.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go?
Conclusion. Final part of the game. I mean, we can only go to the church and see if they moved in and like, that's extra XP. But it's whatever, to be honest.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. I mean, there is stuff I didn't do, that's for sure, but like I said, I mean, to call Alice back in a day, we couldn't even talk about some of this stuff. We can only check the island for the bullet traces. We didn't like call to get info about the library and the armor, stuff like that, but I had no option. And we have only the egghead, the ravers, that's all. I was not able to finish that before. Maybe now they moved it there, but it's whatever. It's not like it was a huge mystery I wanted to solve. I'm fine with not 100%ing this game, because there's no 100%ing in one playthrough. You have to play it multiple times, different builds. Okay. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast SAD FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs.
Sounds like a station
you
for
seem
me.
to know its frequency by heart.
Get in and ride to the island. That's great. Finally, Boombox paid off.
Want to be free.
So even if the guy from the island shot... There's still a lot of questions. Like I said, it's definitely not a game for everyone. People who don't have patience for it would probably not enjoy it, but it's, as an RPG, the amount of options and lore, this is definitely like one of the best, if not the best, well-written RPGs. Okay, it still looks like they're in the tent there. They didn't go to the church, so I didn't miss out on the quest. What bothers me, I don't think we have more bullets for my gun. If there is like a fight happening. Kim has a gun, but... Because when I shot, I had a 9mm bullet removed from my inventory, so I had only one, so I think we can shoot again. I wonder if you just get there in silence, or you don't have the cutscene at all if you don't have a boombox. No, that's actually super close. It's right behind the bunker. Oh, look at this! Maybe the bunker leads to it underwater. I wouldn't be surprised if you could get in here and... come out on the other side. That could be the case.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
He whispers. No, it's not like we were blasting music getting here. Okay. I mean, I kinda want to have a gun in my hand. You never know. Same time. You know, all the battles... But at this point I don't even know if we need any more money. If you are that far into the game. Okay, that's strange. I can't look at this. I guess I'm gonna get rid of the bug. Flammable. Okay, we have to get in here. This is the only option. Oh god, the game just saved.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Okay, maybe a little, shall I? Just an hour. Maybe we're gonna get HP?
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Sleep.
Wait, we slept for that long? I don't want to, you know, trip and... Where's Kim? What the hell? What happened? I accepted to sleep here only because, like, maybe I'm gonna get HP and this is that dream. This has to be a dream. Yeah, I bet this is a dream. I just wanted to heal HP and make sure I, like, if there's a critical situation, I don't fall over or something. After all, he got shot, you know, he needs rest. Okay, why can't I interact with any doors? There we go. Drugs raise learning cups? Really? Wait, so you permanently get those stats up? Oh, I can't even open inventory now. I thought one logic that I got from cigarettes was just like temporary. That's interesting if drugs actually give you permanent bonuses. Walk into the water now. See hair footprints on the water. Uh-oh. Further. Yeah, this is a dream.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean.
Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova.
Didn't I have 2 tickets?
We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us, our love, our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I bought you this figurine of a headless fallen rider.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
But then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the headless fallen rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
Okay, I won't give you this then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless fallen rider back then.
War criminal. I kinda wish I did a playthrough when I would just scream it every single time hearing about her. But you said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
Actually, you didn't say it, you wrote it in a letter, handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
She brushes a strand of white hair out of her eye.
You need to recite it to her. For effect. All of it. No summaries. Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Samurai, start reciting. You know what I mean, you left me a letters. Okay, I have it right here. Let me refresh your memory. Let's take a pause bitterly, trip down memory lane. Start reciting.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this.
Take out the letter and read.
Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now?
No, I'm not happy.
Then why are you doing this?
Being a police detective, I have performed a handwriting analysis on this, so I know it was you.
Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. On Voyager Road. It was autumn. The first autumn. But Harry, please understand. It was 1,000,000 years ago. No, it was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then. Filled to the brim with love for you. Hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I am no longer that person. This
She points to her.
has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
Voyager Road, I know that place. Where is it?
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. We used to come here to rent
The
videos.
house.
There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money. It was not good.
That was cool.
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex. The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
What now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about?
Is there really anything left?
Oh, it's not gonna...
If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about.
War criminal.
Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome.
That's not a very good way for things to be.
It's not, but...
But what? Tell me there is something good.
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
That's it?
That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Where in hell? Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
Volition always supporting me. Volition build for the win. I'm not getting over it at all.
It just takes some time. For you, I think it will take something like 20 years, maybe?
Okay.
It was hard for me too, you know? I used to think I couldn't live without you.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green.
But I can.
It's not. It's just not possible. It's like eating rocks. You just can't do it.
It doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again.
No, Harry. We can't.
Why?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice, and then give up. By that logic, not you too.
Let's be the last sane people in the world, but only twice. If it doesn't work, let's lose our minds and let it all sink into the pail.
Yes, of course. You've got everything under control, and I'm hysterical because I don't want to keep hurting you.
Looks away from you. What went wrong when we tried again? I can do it better.
I don't know. Please.
Okay, why can't we be together?
Harry, we can't be together because you're insane.
Okay.
She avoids turning them to you.
I'm not insane, don't say that.
They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes
Wait,
her head.
did it go?
Tries to get hold of herself, brushing her hands in her gown.
No, the percentage. What do you mean by insane?
You know what I mean.
Everyone gets a little down.
A little down? You've worked there for so long, you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
They're not lists, they're trees.
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now.
Yes, but it's not possible to talk without trees.
It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch.
Too real.
Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for years, and then you start beating things. You get violent. In conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova.
I mean, it's not gonna get any better. It's 58%, that's it. Okay, you already know it, it's gonna fail with my luck every single time. Oh, we actually... okay. At least one of the final skill checks of the game. Probably. We succeeded.
With your feet
2
trembling from the
4s.
steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back.
But I succeeded.
This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be horror. I should not have suggested it, and you should not have listened to me. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours, trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
You are the apricot chewing gum scented one.
No, I'm just Dora.
Dora, okay. Wait, is that... no, maybe it's still the fake person we're imagining. The religious one. Not his actual wife or whatever this dream is about. Why didn't you kiss me back?
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
Sit then.
No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see.
She slides her hand down her chest and onto her lower stomach and smiles.
I'm pregnant.
Swallow. That's a... oh. Okay, this has like 2 meanings. Is it mine?
Of course not.
She looks down at her belly, then up into your old
I
eyes.
terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck.
Whoa.
Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
No, this has to end. Do the last one. More questions. Ask more.
War criminal. I get the feeling you... those are not questions. This is a question. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
You are point to your head. The morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
I'm grieving, but you are not even dead.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
Okay. You're the ex something.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the ex thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
I should have stayed down.
My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
Look at her.
She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails. They're bitten frayed. The evening wind blows in. The gown wraps around her like a white flag.
So I guess this is the moment when he got so fucked up. And from like a excellent cop, he started being a hobo cop.
1,000 times you beat an animal. 1,000 times you've raised that fabric. What is underneath has always calmed you, centered you, made you sane. In your mind, you could still climb inside her bed. Still the only man.
That is the only option. On second thought, you are Dolores Day, Queen Regnant of the territories of Mondin and Insulinde, and nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
Don't go, a war criminal. Don't go.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Hold on, what is there to do in Mirova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you, and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into.
But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me you asked me to be this way.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Okay, will we ever see each other
I
again?
won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Mirova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
But this is intolerably bad.
Oh yes. This is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation.
What the fuck?
Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
That's some poetic shit at the end, but the beginning? What the fuck? Child molestation? Where did that come from? All of that just because I decided we're gonna lay in this bed for a moment.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
We didn't even get HP, really? Blood seeping out with your hands? Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're a badass like that.
Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
I mean, getting shot in leg. I don't know why we are spitting blood. Unless we are just like dying in general. Empathy scarf.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the
Sift
floor
through them.
and on a makeshift cupboard. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures. Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
8%. Jesus, conceptualization, heroic. Wow. I did level up. I'm at 4. Creativity. I could put a point in that right now. I could also put a point after I fail. That seems like a smarter idea.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes.
Nothing out of ordinary?
Fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say. The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
I mean, right now I could. I mean, we have no idea what's gonna be happening. Maybe I should keep that point. But if we get into conversation with someone, then I can't really spend. Then I can spend my points. I think I'm gonna just walk around without spending the point right now yet. Hand-eye coordination. A fallen shirt. Okay, that could be a sign. It's like that military gear, right?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
1 second, I'm just gonna grab a drink and use the restroom. Be right back.
The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Pour fuel into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
There's probably some fuel around, I would assume. But maybe I got lucky that I brought that from the mainland.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
Up on the side?
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Leave. Are we just staying here? Is that why? I think we just unlocked something though. +9. Okay, so you can go beyond 9, but I wish I got the healing items rather than
You
this.
see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
I find us not opening it highly unlikely.
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open.
This has a jammed shut.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
What is it? What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Radio dial. Turn emergency open.
The glass door opens with a series of clicks.
There we
A
go.
shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
I kinda want to go the other way first though. Where we went in the dream.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
I'm scared. What's there?
I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
I also have a gun.
I know. It was not easy to acquire.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we can shoot my gun. I don't think I have ammo. Good thing he said I have a gun, because he actually didn't use his gun when we were in a critical situation last time. So maybe it's gonna be different this time. But yeah, I want to kinda check around here first. It could be that you just go there to get fuel. Because if I missed out on that fuel that I brought with me, then a person would be stuck here, right? Oh, there we go. Told you. I knew it. It's quite obvious. They had to give you more fuel.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime.
There we go.
This
I was
looks like
about
a
to
good
say.
place to shoot from.
Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick out the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Juan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Someone's been smoking here.
The smoker is a clean person. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside. Keeps it tidy. Prefers
Inspect
to
the
come out
wall.
here to smoke.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags.
Okay.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10.
In between the two.
Doomed commercial area. The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop. The upstairs window of Clausia's room. In the rain, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
Yes, there's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see to the roof.
I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot. This is
Another
the
level up.
sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Booyah, master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says, he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
2 level ups now. Oh, this was
Actual
finished too.
art degree.
Please no debuffs.
Trite,
Oh.
contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliché and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic, listless, savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
Hands shake from anger how shit it all is. Nice. Damn it, we have to unlearn this then. Passives heal 1 morale and give 10 XP. Conceptualization. I mean, XP is nice. Oh, I mean, hand-eye coordination. This is for shooting. So that's kinda bad. I really don't like debuffs. But anything I want to learn, look, all of those, they have debuffs of some sort. I might just leave it. But it still sucks. Yeah, went down. Now I can only go to 5 max. I don't know if I actually have the bullets, though. That's the thing. I think I'm gonna level it up one more time, because there might be a situation now that we are getting close to solving this case where I have to shoot again. I really like Volition, and we can add more points into it. Authority is kinda good too. If we're gonna be... Okay, I see it that way. If we're gonna be talking to the person who is the murderer, we either like talk them down, so we use authority, stuff like that, or we shoot. So we use hand-eye coordination. My reaction speed and that stuff is very, very shitty. So I would really like to put points in that too. I'm not really sure what to do here. I feel like putting one more point in that. Maybe even more Volition. I could get a point in conceptualization because we have that plus 10 XP for every past check. That actually might be really good leveling up. Every single time, like the artistic part of his soul talks to us, that's gonna be 10 XP, if I understand it correctly. If I put a point in that, I can actually check the books again that this guy has. Huh. I will actually, yeah. I will. Let's leave it like that. Oh yeah, the shirt is hand-eye coordination, but this is way better. Volition, pain threshold. Empathy though. I am still gonna wear it. You never know, it might stop another bullet. That's what saved us, I think. Oh no, we got shot in the leg. Or maybe there was 2 shots last time, I can't remember. Let's see, good thing we went there. Now we know they were shooting from here. It's a good thing I didn't skip by using my previously acquired fuel. Wait, do I have... Oh yeah, okay, almost went too far. I wanted to... Even that the percentage is probably still shitty.
Soft covers,
17% now.
fantastique and detective stories. Still nothing.
Yeah.
Just books.
Damn it. I'm not gonna save scum, it's whatever. We would probably just learn something else from that. That the person is like artistic or whatever. Okay, so... What bothers me is not knowing if I have bullets or not. Small white flowers, wait, isn't... Were there not white flowers on the... Oh, there... What the... Okay. Hello? Deserter.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Sir, I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further. We are with the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Yell at him now. Loud.
42. Put the weapon down now.
He scoffs. The corner of his black eye twitches. He does not reply to the command. He is not afraid of such displays. This was the wrong move.
Wait, -1 but +1? What? Damn it, and I was thinking about putting points in authority too. And it's a red one, it's just, if we fail here, it doesn't work. I am an enemy commander of rank, put it down. It's gonna fail.
It's a good line, but your voice slips on commander, producing a little squeak. Sounds like you're afraid.
Damn it.
A big-time operator of the pederast army. How about I keep it, huh? Hand it over to a real killer, a Briscard.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Uh-oh.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The woman lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Pick up the gun lying in the sand.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
This is a Trangong, made it Sinyao.
Worn, personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
This is a jacketed ammunition 446.
Jacketed, military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight.
I don't have a bullet
Good for
from
hitting
the body.
something that's very, very far away.
He says mostly to the old man.
As he speaks, he stresses every word. He's liking this.
Stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. Any time.
What have you been using this gun for?
No reply. His leg twitches.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
One of those people who dropped here? And most of them died, I think. That's what they said.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my terminal surrender.
His eyes turned to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
How long have you been on this island?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
And before the guy he shot did the war crimes in his village or something like that, and why would he just why would he be aiming sniper rifle somewhere at the buildings and suddenly see this guy and shoot? That would be kind of strange. Again, you've been hiding here for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
That's the length of my entire lifetime.
It's too long. It's not how a human being should live. But I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just
couldn't give up.
He nods, but he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Women will always betray you. The incel route. I've been there. The city's a tinderbox. It may still happen.
It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
How did you survive all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables.
Your wences?
Collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
Puts his hand on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stew, too.
Wait, we are throwing up blood too, apparently.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
You also have Dramamine.
You have Dramamine, the other opioid-based painkiller. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
You like the Dramamine, don't you? How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only.
I want to give him the
Decade of-
pain meds, but I hope he's not gonna like stop contacting.
I don't even know.
Talking to us.
Inferno?
I also live in hell, not appreciatively.
At least you know it. The traders of this city turned the lights back on in the 30s, after the fighting stopped. Ruins, glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
Oh, I didn't give him the meds. How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He was silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. The weapons cache under St. Peace Lane. In the basement, have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Belmer graves, right?
They were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Killed themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising.
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Understood.
Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world.
It says his body
It's
language.
a farce.
Jesus. Legendary. One more time, what have you used this gun for?
What have I used it for? I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Did you use the gun to shoot and kill Colonel of the security contractor, Crenel?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ear.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
The beautiful, strong man sent here by the honorable private military company Crenel. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th.
Oh yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
We've done ballistics, point to the tower. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softens his voice.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascies for fascists. Done his part.
You're admitting you killed him.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
He waves his hand. There is a twitch. The one more. Then one more on one in his right eye. He said, "Come." Yeah, there's so much foreshadowing in this game. When our imagination talked to the dead guy, he said, "Communism killed him." I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. Show him the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Stop changing the subject, we have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Lieutenant looks at the weapon demonstratively. Dramatically ask, you think? We have the murder weapon.
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I'm calling it, we have the murder weapon.
Good.
Lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Before we do that... Do we just go all out on volition? It does seem like we are close to the ending here. I'm gonna add a point in reaction speed, just in case. If something happens. He doesn't have a gun on him though.
Murder.
The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more.
Like a marionette on some invisible string.
Come on, what am I forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of your head.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Yeah, that's what I said. The white flowers that I inspected here, that she had on the roof. Oh, yes.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here, and Maybells on Clausia's balcony. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Of course, thank you, Head, thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul.
I wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Torres.
Wait, what? What? Was he spying on her and he shot the guy because he was like jealous or something?
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
So different shoes, maybe.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Drama, 97%. Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Girls. People change shoes, it doesn't mean you weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Yep, Maybells, behind the victim's window, I saw them growing here. Point to them.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year too? The spring is coming. No, it's already here. wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
A curious tremor passes his face. That's the part we already talked about to him. So that was kind of out of order, this line. A young woman called Classier. Ring any bells? Flowers like these were behind her window.
Classier.
I wonder if he left the flowers there, or did they actually knew each other? You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim?
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, a spasm.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, dripping with blood.
I mean, just because he killed someone who was really bad, it doesn't justify him killing someone. He didn't even knew him, right? So he didn't know details about the guy, most likely. He was a which one should I say? I kinda like that he was still under protection of the law. But I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. But I don't want to, like, justify this guy's deal. Like, he might kill another person tomorrow. He's clearly insane. I don't know. I mean, we established the one rape case that was... It was false. It was them trying to... He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law. That sounds bad too. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to, like, side with this guy, because he clearly is just a killer and insane.
Got your attention. Now you stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So he shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Nod.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Okay, then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs, then smacks his lips.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side and turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Assess his body language. We can't do that, there's no way. Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the
He's the
whole
racist
world.
himself, though.
Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
He points inland. He himself used like a derogatory term people in town used.
Pump full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Siema. Do not interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed. That's all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now, The gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Say nothing.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Okay.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Now I have some questions about this.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
I cannot make a single word.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Nice, so we do get 10 XP every single time this appears. Okay. I mean, this is like the main important person in the game, I guess, so we're gonna just keep asking him questions, everything he knows, until we run out. But give me a second, be right back. Okay, I just had to blow my nose. Okay, I mean, he's just gonna be talking about every single person he sees in town. I'm glad we talked about this now.
Glad? It's all gone.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw that night?
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
So you're jealous.
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
Did you have feelings for that woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glistened suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Is that why you left the dried flowers behind her window?
No.
Starts to shake his head. Again, a sunflower on a withered stalk. Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Mabel's?
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
It's as if something put the thought there, to leave the flowers.
You wanted to console her.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
He wipes his eyes.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes. One more down.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
That's like a British slang for a cigarette, by the way. He doesn't mean like a derogatory term. At least I'm assuming from what he says. She was smoking.
And beautiful.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and ticket to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Semonine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast. You looked into it.
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to foul. Oh, I mean...
Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revishal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of her rifle.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
He shakes his silver grey head. Reaction speed, oh my god. I actually added points. How does he know those minute details about her body? I mean, he was peeping through that hole. Please.
It quickly comes to you.
Yeah. Any chance you've seen through a hole in a wall?
Oh, yes.
Smacks his lips.
Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Okay, that's weird. He was actually going there watching her through the hole.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing. All at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Ever seen him through a window on a roof?
Like that too, yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You've been through the secret route behind the wheel in rags. Those were your footprints there. You just change your shoes, move on.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
He keeps shaking his head.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
He points toward the whirling in rags.
One more thing. The flowers, Mr. Zoss. The dried flowers that were on the roof.
What about them?
There. He's already admitted to it. Just ask.
Did you leave the dried maybells behind her window?
I did. I shouldn't have. It was a mistake.
Why did you?
I was there one night and she was crying like a child in the corner of her room, on the floor. I'd never seen her do that before.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her maybells?
Yes.
We did this already.
I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
It's as if something put the thought.
Okay, we did
maybe
this.
A sudden in, one more down.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes. Then the reeds. There is a twitch in the corner of his eye.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
Lie? She got away, but she led us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lusanne's Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look, Nerve.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette. The old man has fallen silent, staring at your feet. The burnt logs in the fire are moist from the sea air.
We can just leave, huh? I can keep asking about every single person in town. Okay. You're under arrest for the murder of Colonel Colonel here in Martinez.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The old man's eyes fill with sudden, unexpected terror at the words.
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
You understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerging growing terror. I mean, he can have a heart attack, but we took away the gun, so he can't shoot himself or anything like that. I made sure of that.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Man, like, so many twists in this game where you're sure that someone did it and then it's always a lie or you missed something. Crazy. Very, very good writing.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Perception, hearing, legendary weight. First say, does it have room for free?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
Oof.
There's something you're not getting here that he's realizing.
But what?
Who watches over him there while I come back for you?
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
Maybe I can ask the net picker to watch him?
This is no harmless old man.
Lieutenant shakes his head.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Below the confusion and rage, a fit of jamais-vu, like yours? The thought passes, more pressing matters take its place.
No, listen. Listen now.
42%, oof. You could come back for me once you've taken him to the precinct. I could come back for you once I've... Damn. Damn it, if I fail this. 42% perception. What would I hear though? There's someone else on this island? I feel like someone who stays on this island is gonna die, either me or him. I'm not letting Kim die, that's for sure.
There it is again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it...
What? Oh, I could have... I'm an idiot. I could have made it easily, or easier, I should say, if I leveled up. I'm done. I didn't spend a point, but we still passed it, somehow.
Something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Before I go to the next... I might just put points in the reaction time. I don't know if I can put a point the moment I'm about to do something. Is it gonna change? Okay, let's see. Hopefully.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Shush, Kim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this?
The old man's voice drowns in a sudden gust of wind. Really, us.
Your skin crawls.
The fuck is happening? A bow? Uh-oh, not Kim, please, not Kim. Wait, what the fuck?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Link? What is that? Point to it.
What are you talking about?
The old man looks at the reeds, then at you. Is this the bug the old people were looking for? Am I just dying and freaking out? Giant bug, watch out. I don't know what the hell that is.
There's nothing there.
It looks confused.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall.
Phasmid, yeah.
It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
What the fuck is happening? This is actually the thing those old people were looking for. It's crazy that every single thing in this game has actually connections to each other.
You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
I finally gone insane. Put your hand in your head. In your hands. Oh, there is. I see it.
See what exactly? A bug?
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
What the hell would happen if I didn't even pass that skill check?
Be very, very careful.
Then takes a step toward the giant arthropod. Shit, what the hell? Okay, let's do a hard save. What is going on? This game, I mean, it's so good, but so weird. What just happened right now?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something
97.
else in a lower pitch.
Listen carefully, whisper. Approach carefully. Please don't fail this. I mean, look at this. Lena's childhood experience plus 3. Your corpse will be marked by... What? Star? The miracle way out. In the west laid the pheromones on thick. Oh yeah. Okay. 97. I swear if this fails.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows.
I have no idea what's happening.
Like laughter, a sort of happiness. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Okay, taking a picture might be bad. Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Lieutenant watches up apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel,
Inland
as
Empire.
the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
I mean, we can take a picture, but I feel like it might be a bad idea. What else can I do though? Like, tell me what are you doing? I could add up at points in Inland Empire. It's a good test also if you can level up something in the middle. Spoke to the hanged man. It did work, 72%. Tell me what are you doing?
Nothing.
Really?
Its simple eyes give off no flicker of light. No one is home. The twitches of its limbs are insect-like, unknowable, perhaps without substance even.
I want to know your mind.
It's spread too thin among its limbs, performing incomprehensible operations on the world.
That sucks.
And you, looking at it, mouth slightly open.
It's a white check too.
You cannot even imagine what it thinks.
I'm stupid. I should have tried and then retried after adding a point in it. It's a white check. Disengage slowly, leave. Okay, let's try the picture. This might be bad. I feel like this might be bad though. Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the
Okay.
blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant. Hypnotized by the flash, it stands frozen before you.
Please don't do anything to Kim.
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white streaks against the reeds and the sky, and you, a shadow before it. We got it, back off. Whiskers? Carefully pet its scythe-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
Pull your hand away.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening. Wave by wave from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
We get it, back off.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Disengage slowly.
Something stirs in the insect as you begin to back off. It seems to also take a step back. Something tells you the next time you engage and disengage, it will probably flee. The arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses of the tape that's come to its end grow more distant.
What the fuck? We have a picture, but I want to talk to it again, but I'm stupid and I failed. Okay, we almost have a level up though. Almost. I failed that skill check. I should have kept the point.
Yes?
So point to your face. I shaved. And that's from the other stuff I did.
I don't know what to say. Perhaps...
What is it? You can tell me, Kim.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
It's right there, can you see it?
No.
Does he finish the sentence? One letter is all he can produce. His hands are numb and he stares at them.
Nothing. Nothing is what he tried to say. There is nothing. Only the reeds for him. The reeds and devastation.
Interesting. We can't do anything else here. I guess we have to interact with it again, but shit, man. I lost my chance to talk to it.
Hissing and clicking, the
Oh,
arthropod
tell me what
its mandible-like antennae to greet you again.
Oh, the
You're
nothing
right
from him?
below it, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white
Okay.
limbs.
I exist.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding
Cloning?
at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No, no one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping of blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
That was a different text than this, okay?
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Wunderbar. I'm ill.
What is your illness?
I'm ill in my head. I'm insane. That's how it is for me. In my heart, for me it's sadness. Input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon what? By what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
The fuck is happening to me right now? Well, that's kind of what I think, but you're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced the missing antenna.
That's cool.
No, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone ate it.
Okay.
The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
You're destroying him.
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the picture in your head. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Where does this come from, all this around us, the world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Then all we can do is beat our fists against it, day after day with no answer?
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Yum yum. Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
How?
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
What is the Pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
Oh.
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if
Blink,
you
quick.
misplace us all one day, or just forget?
I'll be extra careful not to blink. Stick insect, don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me.
Are you poisonous?
Is real. Yes, I do not have a starter display. So I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
That's why the old guy is dying. Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
He whispers. Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of humankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No, I told you it's about our fate.
I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts, that was all.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
I will try. Do or do not, there is no try, huh? I will.
She was held on Earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Raise the other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
Don't pray to me, I'm nothing.
The reed creature does not stop its stridulations. It towers above you, parting the reeds it emerged from. Tuft-like structures still rustle on its joints.
Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Look behind you, please don't kill me. I mean, it was nice to me. Look behind you, it's smelling me.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
Lieutenant's mouth is agape.
About now, he is ready to believe in anything. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue to expanding, like lunglets, breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
Disengage.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
It's gonna go away, yeah. No idea what just happened, but I guess... we just have to accept that.
And
what a weird game.
Just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror.
We have a picture.
Like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
Items? Lieutenant looks north with his hand raised to his brow. It can walk on water. What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only... I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What now?
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Okay, we do have items here. Yo, the helmet the kid threw in the water. Rifle scope. Oh. Oh, we can't in... Okay, it's worth 30 bucks. We can't inspect it. The helmet though. -1 suggestion. Oh, you don't remove the glasses, huh? That's kinda cool. I want to look like a detective though. Okay, what do we do with him then?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid? He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Doras?
The man does not respond.
He's
He
gonna
keeps
die.
staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking.
I don't think we're gonna transport him anywhere.
Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Wave your hand in front of his eyes. Okay, touch his shoulder.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Doras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
No. Nie wiem jaki link chciałeś wysłać, ale bot timeoutuje automatycznie za linki. We found some things in the phasmid's nest.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should...
Okay, show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
Okay, show him ceramic helmet.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just dull staring. Not even rage left. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Okay, I'm going to let you rest now.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open.
What happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
He looks at him, then you. I think it's the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid. The combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke.
Yeah, I talked to the phasmid. It said it's destroying
You
him.
should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective.
I don't think that's gonna happen again. He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Yeah, good thing we did.
No one would believe you without it.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
I don't know about that. Really? I mean, I understand the guy is some kind of shock. He could be pretending though. Or he could just like... He can just leave, or... I don't even think he's gonna leave. I think he could just try to kill himself. That's most likely what's gonna happen. We're gonna come back and he's gonna be dead. Or gone. Sounds like a very bad idea to leave him, but I guess that's it. We have only a boat for 2 people. Somehow. We cannot... Wait, can I? Did this unlock again or no?
Soft covers.
No. Okay. Then we're just gonna leave. Look for help. The return. Use the boat to return to mainland. Okay. I think we're gonna be playing music from the boombox on the way back. After all that, what happened. What a crazy game though.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is this ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
Siema, siema. Cernik. Are those specs stars too? Oh, it looks like the guy's stars.
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean era symbol.
A white star
It's a
pointed to the star.
No, an upside down star.
With its horns in the sky. The symbol of the commune.
RCM, it sounds like RCM, Revachol Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
It's a little embarrassing in 51. 51st, no? Maybe you need a rebrand.
No one remembers the ICM. The connotation is less important each year.
Okay. Yeah, it's kinda weird. I think we're supposed to find out when we are arriving here. Sometimes those things just don't pop up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was supposed to be now.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
That's your turn.
Let's. We are done here.
Okay.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square
the police.
of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm.
Is it gonna be the partners?
You reach the jetty
of the
and climb
detective?
out of the skiff.
The guy with the wig? We still don't know what it's all about with them. Before it's some kind of weird experiment on us. Oh yeah, that's them.
Look what the tide brought in.
Doesn't have the wig. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Uh-oh, the music. Is this gonna be a shootout? The fuck is happening?
This is the man with sunglasses from
Yeah.
the whirling in rags. But
Also,
where are his sunglasses?
also the man from the radio, so from our precinct. Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Okay, I think I had... Who are you people? Okay, forget about all this, there's a
You're
giant.
not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Okay, well, who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner,
Wait.
Jean-Vic Camar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Wasn't that the guy with the kid that just spoke? What the fuck, he was in it too?
Special Consultant Trant Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
Are they gonna try to like... take the case or something? What is... I can tell if they're bad or good.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Let's destroy them. I don't know if we should destroy them, but I don't feel like he should be leaving, like he was helping me this entire time. I don't know if he should leave. Okay, thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
What is this about? Move on.
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interest in Monica.
Shit, kid. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener's cab leader this. Turn to the lieutenant. Tell me at least you are who you said you were. Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi. Still a
good.
lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
You mentioned a task force.
Yeah. Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory, who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
He starts at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, first, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left, because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trant, because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit here now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you left me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
I said all those things, I'm not like that anymore.
Sure. You're not a superstar law official. Talk on the town is your Guillaume Le Million reincarnate. I know this shit. Nothing has changed.
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Hmm. Damn you, cafeteria manager. I saved his establishment and he still betrays me.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Oops. Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit kid.
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of...
Looks
Good
around.
choice, Harry.
He is correct. It was the Seraillese poet Lou Giatun who, in the 50s of the last century, composed her.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Okay.
That's a shit kid.
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
Okay, none of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pal, and so on.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Hmm. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets.
That's not
That
true.
doesn't happen. You're lying. Or insane. Or both.
That's super not true. Of course you can wipe your memory if something traumatic happened to you.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mirror.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, Here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He gestures toward the scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
We are wasting a lot of time, by the way, right now when the old man is waiting for us on that island. He's dead by the... he's like... I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Okay, Trump, thank you.
Or gone.
That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
I wonder if this is like a conclusion, if you were doing fucked up things the entire game, or did you actually get sober and stuff like that?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous
Probably.
leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on the disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on.
What now?
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Traffic hooligans. Tequila sunset. I also jumped the canal, by the way. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property. That's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Fuck, we don't have a gun. Maybe I missed it, actually. Got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic.
Uh-oh.
And the badge slips out of your hand.
Oh no. Fuck, I can't level up hand-eye coordination. Oh, oops. 58%. Of course.
You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away. Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing. Damn it.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
Wow, so I actually never found the gun. Interesting. So we missed that.
As if having your badge and gun
Unless I can lie and present Ruby's gun. I have a new gun. I upgraded my gun. I mean, those seem really bad. Well, I have a new gun. I'm on 24/7. I'm tracking it down right now.
But you haven't, because you're drunk. You lost your gun, and you're drunk.
No, I'm not drunk.
Drunk, gunless bomb. I can smell it.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
I mean, because we did find corpses.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain glacier. Because you were too drunk to assess our flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself in the head.
They know everything, huh?
Or the fact that you're Evrard Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That small-time stuff, that's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could.
Yeah.
The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Exactly. Also solved the case, solved all of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
He says in a lowered voice.
It's so much better if he does this. A million times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Oh, he's gonna back me up.
Case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
For sure.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Hell yeah.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official.
What can I say?
At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
You got me.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior.
That's me.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I've seen, in fact.
That's actually... I smoked 1 cigarette at the very end. I could have not smoked any. Because I didn't smoke at all. At the end I smoked only because... I actually could have not smoked because I don't think the... burning the sign actually forced me to it. So that's kind of, you know, they only do it because you smoked at all. And I smoked 1 cigarette, he says I smoke all the time, but that doesn't matter.
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. And he solved it.
Yeah.
Perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon.
I wonder if you can
and
fuck up
a
and not solve
perpetrator.
anything. Probably.
Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. Unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the
Oh,
phasmid
we have a
and
picture.
shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows,
Can't deny.
flipping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka motherfucker. I really want to say that. I mean, this would be the best thing to say to, you know, make them think I'm normal. Or I really want to say that.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
He points to the picture.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
The startled eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Doomed commercial area. The killer Ilyanovich draws. We have strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years, 70 something?
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
It's more than that, a perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
No, you can't. I wasn't drinking.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass. In time.
Also, the phasmid was female. Okay, we can tell them everything. Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
A helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting males.
I still think it's a female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet.
I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Of course, Lieutenant, of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to.
He shakes his head.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Conclude. It had mandibles that looked like hair. It was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on it.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers news.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Yeah, I'm really glad I took the
Without
picture.
it-
He shakes his head.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Yeah, I think we should quit while we are ahead. If I say I also looked into the Mystery of Doomed commercial area. They're gonna think I'm crazy, right? Yeah, so what do you say? Wanna take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
He shrugs.
So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Quick nod.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
I mean, we did find a lot of information about me. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lens of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm
Smile.
flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns her smile.
He's really considering it.
Nice. Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No, because a suspect seemed to think.
You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Fair enough.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
I told you it's not that bad.
Okay, who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of phone sportswear I've amassed.
Your love of retro-style dance music. How you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
I guess so.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Why did I join RCM?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach Jim. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that.
Why am I
He's
like
an
this?
honest to God gym teacher.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really
I
went
was a
with it
drunk.
too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora Ingelund, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was it?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years.
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Sometimes the text doesn't match what they say. Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous.
Okay.
A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg in the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Kind of station. Phasmid, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock. She told me about the Phasmid.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the white horizon.
We have to get the guy from the island though, right?
You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
And a I heard that they added over time like a DLC to this game that it includes, where you have those like extra missions depending on what political beliefs your character has. But maybe because I'm like a centrist, moralist, maybe I didn't get one. Maybe only communists, fascists, and ultra-liberals get one. I think we did it. I think we... Many times it seemed like the ending of the game, but I think this is actually it. But we're just gonna drive away and leave the guy on the island? Who's gonna get him? Like we were supposed to get him ASAP. Oh? Oh, I beat the game. There it is. That wasn't a bad ending at all. I didn't fuck it up. I think we actually did very, very well. I solved the mystery. I didn't die. Kim didn't die. Some people died, but... Hey. I never found the gun. That's what bothers me, that you actually can find your gun. The gun I had belonged to another person. Cool. Very well written game. Good soundtrack too. And it's like, it's the type of game you can definitely replay many times. I'm not gonna, but you could. There is so many different things.